Star Wars! Star Wars, 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 Star Wars. Star Wars, The Last Jedi. Rey, who is your daddy, and what does he do? Wars, Star Wars, Wars. So in case you haven't figured it out, the new Star Wars came out, The Last Jedi. Now before we get started, this video is sponsored by spoilers. It's a great fucking movie, go see it, dummy. But yeah, we are going to talk about all of the spoilers in this film. So, go away if you haven't seen it. Shoo, go see the movie. It's good. I'm not going to do a review because, you know, they're fucking everywhere. You don't need my opinion on this again. I just want to chat about it because it was fucking cool. It was a great movie. So, I'll start with The Last Jedi. It stars Luke Skywalker and Mark Hamill and Daisy Ridley and Adam Driver and some other people. All these people. Look at all these people. Everyone does a great job. Not all the people who are like, The Force Awakens isn't original, it's just The New Hope with prettier visuals. You can rest easy that this is an original as fuck Star Wars story. That you've never seen something like this before. This is pretty frickin' neato, Toledo, burrito, Dorito. So what happens is we get a few different storylines, pretty much 3, I guess. We get Rey's storyline. Now she's on the island and she deals with Luke Skywalker and she discovers that maybe Luke Skywalker isn't totally good and maybe he's actually a bit of a loser. Because we need to have, you know, character arcs and progression and stuff like that. The Rey storyline is easily the most interesting. Just because you kind of want to see what her conflict with Kylo Ren looks like. I mean, her conflict is cool with Kylo Ren. They're trying to like convert each other over to each of their sides. And then for a little bit you think that they're going to be kind of like meet in the middle somewhere, but then they don't, then they kind of split up again because they're both committed to their goals of being good and bad. And then it's like, your parents were nobody, but you are special nonetheless. Will we ever find out why she's special? I don't know. Maybe in the next movie we will. Maybe we won't. Maybe Disney will just keep fucking with us about that. And then Luke Skywalker, who's like a bit of a loser, and then he kind of like says he'll help her, but that doesn't really help her, and then the big finale is like, Rey, it was in you all along. Luke Skywalker's a badass though. When he was doing, like, near the end of the film, when he was doing all that, like, Jedi shit where he was, like, on the planet but not on the planet and stuff like that, and he was doing, like, his dodges, and you saw the conflict within Luke. He's not a totally good person, but he tried to do the right thing, but he made mistakes and failed people. It was kind of neat to see how one of the biggest pop culture characters of the past generation has kind of gone to the point where he is now, where he's like in hiding and kind of a shill and doesn't really do much. But again, he redeems himself, so that's cool. Then we have the other storyline, which again, at first I was a little confused as to what the timelines were. I guess that the story with Poe and Finn takes place kind of like way into the future on the Rey storyline, because the Rey storyline starts, I guess, when the last movie ends, and then the Poe and Finn storyline starts a while after the last movie ends. So basically at the beginning of the film, everyone's trying to evacuate the planet because Yavin 4 is about to get bombed the shit out of. But then the rebels are like, we're gonna sacrifice everyone to take out this one ship. And then they do. And that was a pretty neat opening and very emotional. I felt that last bomber's pain. And then Finn and what's-her-face, I don't even remember her name, they go down and basically have this whole storyline where capitalism is bad. Protect the animals. Basically just so they can get Benicio del Toro, who was an amazing character, because fuck that guy. Any character that can actually like fool me is a good character, even though fuck that guy. And then at the very end they have some fighting and shit, and that's cool, and they kind of like love each other and they're partners and they're gonna sacrifice each other for each other. And then there's the whole storyline with Poe and Leia and that new general person. Leia is such a fucking badass in this film. I'm so disappointed that Carrie Fisher is not with us anymore because she does such a good job with that character. Oh my god, Leia, you are so fucking cool. And Poe, he was fine. You know, he did about what I thought he would do. He would be like the young, scrapping guy who thinks he's right and likes and has always just blown ship. He's a good pilot, but he's not really like a very tactical leader. And then the general, who you think is gonna be this horrible bitch, ends up being this real boss, actually, when she does that really cool thing about going light speed into a fucking ship. That was a really cool scene, eh? Now let's talk about all the lightsaber battles and all the cool fighting bits. This will be my lightsaber from now on. Meow, meow. That bit when Rey got captured by Kylo Ren and was brought to Snoke, where you're kind of like, Adam Driver's not gonna have any of that, and then he doesn't, and then then the bad guy gets bit, and then they have that really cool lightsaber battle, where they like fight together and they're working together, and you can see, oh my goodness, maybe they'll meet in the middle. Maybe there won't be a good side and bad side anymore. But then Rey is all like, you're too bad for me. I want to take my lightsaber back. And then he's like, no, it's mine. So now there's no more like that. Now she doesn't have a lightsaber, which she's a Jedi. She should, you get a lightsaber, right? And then finally I want to talk about the bit at the end where Luke was just such a fucking boss. Where you can see Kylo Ren's being clouded from the darkness and he's too pained and too gone to be saved. It's like the light side and the dark side, but slowly. Side fades until it's not there anymore. That scene was dope as fuck. Fucking Luke, man. And then they have their kind of lightsaber duel at the end, and Luke's like, if you strike me down, I will be with you forever. And he does, and then it's like, but I'm not actually here. But then Luke dies anyway, even though I thought he was like, oh, okay, so Luke will survive this one. But no, he just kind of disappears, and that's like, okay, bye. I feel like I'm talking a lot of shit in this film. I'm not trying to. It's actually a really, really cool film and really, really well done. Rian Johnson, good job. Where's it Rian Johnson? I'm confused. People seem to be saying it both ways. I don't know. Mr. Director Man. Basically, I'm excited to see where this series ends, how this series ends. Because I think that they have a really great storyline here. I think they have really great characters. I think they have a really great setup for the next little bit when like the Resistance can uprise and take out the final bits of the Empire. Or maybe not, I don't know. This movie's gonna be like 2 years down the road. And, Disney's pretty sneaky snacky. Hey, you're gonna think this, and then it's actually gonna end up being this. Now with that out of the way, I want to talk briefly about the Disney buying Fox, or merging with Fox, or buying some of their assets. I'm a little confused as to what this is and what the entire thing is. I'm hearing both. Basically, Disney is on a quest to own everything I love in life. They own Star Wars, they own all the superhero stuff. Now they even own my family. My family is so poor. We are gonna go poor from Disney. I will buy, yes, you own my wallet, Disney. I will pay for all these things. Why do you do this to me, Disney? Why? Fuck you, Bob Iger, for owning everything I love. Stop. You can't own everything I love. And they bought Fox for like $54 billion or something like that. With that amount of money, Disney could probably spy a small country. One day, Disney will just own everything. They will own a country. They will own multiple countries. They will own the world. Disney's gonna become like Tyrell Company. Next thing you know, they're gonna start producing some robots. Or they're gonna be in our favorite Disney characters, so we're gonna eat it all up, and then they're gonna take over the world. And, Disney. Magical death. All hail our Disney overlords.